These are the dragons of Elden Ring, and in this video, I'm going to be taking control of them and using them to try and beat the game. The rules of the challenge are simple. If I die at any point during this video, then the dragon I'm playing as is permanently dead. Rule number 2, before I can beat the game, I need to collect a great rune from every demigod. Rule number 3, we play on max new game difficulty, and this video will not end until I've beaten the Elden Beast or run out of dragons to play as. Enjoy. Welcome to the weirdest challenge I've ever done. I have 10 dragons on my team, and if all of them die, then the run's over. My current goal is simple. I want to get as much use out of Agheel as possible, since he probably won't be able to deal with any of the later bosses. We're on our way to Margit right now. I'm pretty confident we can beat him, but there is a big, or should I say small, problem that I'm really worried about. You'll see what I mean when we get there, but first, let me quickly tell you about the sponsor of this video, Holzkern. If you're anything like me and your dad is tired of getting socks for Father's Day, then look no further, because these guys have you covered. All of their jewelry is top-notch, affordable, and made from natural materials. Even the wood they use is FSC certified, which means no deforestation. They also offer free 2 to 5 day shipping, so as long as you order now, then you won't have to worry about whether or not you'll get it in time. If you're still on the fence, then you should know that they also have a 2-year warranty and a 100% money-back guarantee, so there's really no downside to trying them out. I got my order in about 3 days, and I know my dad will absolutely love it. They have over 1,000 different designs, so no matter who you're shopping for, you're bound to find the perfect gift. Use my link below or scan the code on screen to get a discount. Shout outs to all the dads out there who came back with the milk, and thanks again to Holzkern for sponsoring this video. Welcome back. While you were browsing some Elden bling, I was setting fire to the lands between. I'm still getting used to the dragon's movement. Not gonna lie, they feel kinda awkward. I'm sure we'll get used to it. As long as we have enough space to fly around and stuff, then I'm not too worried. As a dragon, this arena couldn't possibly get any smaller. Initially, I was really worried about this because I couldn't really dodge any of his attacks. That's when I realized something though. Neither could he, especially when the flames take up half the arena. Bro, this is ridiculous. This fight is the functional equivalent of trying to squash a bug. But in the end, we did come out on top. This is so fun. This is how these games are meant to be played. Godric must be paying these guys a fortune. Why aren't they running? Okay, so we're almost to Godric. After I burn these guys, I'm gonna fly into the arena. I need to get revenge for the dragon he grafted. Godric is always scary because you never really know how the fight is gonna go. He could stun lock you forever or just roll over and die. This tail swipe does a ton of damage, and a headbutt brings him into phase 2. As it turns out, his flames can't reach us in the air, but ours are able to reach him on the ground. Yeah, it doesn't feel so good, huh? Okay, let's make our way over to the academy. I've never actually died to Renala in one of these challenges, but I've also never played as an enemy this big. Last video, I asked you all who the most unfair enemies were, and these guys won the giveaway. In this video, tell me who your favorite dragon is, and I'll pick 2 more random people to win an Elden Ring DLC code. Mine is Smarag from The Hobbit, objectively a better film than Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I said it. What are these buildings made out of, vibranium? This camera is crazy. You never really notice how big an area is until you're playing as a dragon. Lucky for us, I'm not trapped in here with them, they're trapped in here with me. Once Renala's bubble breaks, I go in for the kill with a dragon punch and a swipe. Phase 2 Renala is where things got bad. I started this fight by flying up in the air and slamming into the ground, but you can see I actually took a lot of damage from her star shower. You see, Agheel doesn't have the best magic defense, and realizing that, I jumped away and went for fire breath. That's when she hit me with a move. I moved in for a stomp, which completely missed because she's so small, and that's when disaster struck. That's crazy, my poise is like 1,000,000. When I got back up, I ran for my life because I really did not want to lose Agheel here, and that's when Renala summoned a dragon of her own. We both spit some flames, which also missed, and then he flew up in the air and just disappeared. Now that he's gone though, Renala's wide open, so I run in for a dragon punch and... No, Smarag, no! Losing Smarag sucked. I was really hoping to get a lot more out of him, but that's okay because we have a secret weapon, Smarag. Smarag is a dragon who became magical from eating too many glintstone sorcerers. I know it sounds like I made that up, but I swear I didn't. As a result, his magic defense is off the charts. It's so incredibly high that when I made it back to phase 2 Renala, we were only taking half of the damage we took before. Renala was not to be underestimated though, because she did get a huge stance break on me in this fight. Thanks to our increased defenses though, I'm able to survive that and finish off the fight with a brutal stomp. Alright, 9 dragons left. I'm feeling kind of good, so I'm gonna do something crazy. Usually I grab both halves of the Dectus medallion and take the Grand Lift into Altus, but this time I'm gonna take a different route. As far as the plan goes, I want to use Smarag to fight Radahn because we can take gravity magic all day and Radahn doesn't really have the best magic defense. Before that though, there is another boss we have to take out first. Just got to the ravine. I am loving this magical version of Fire Breath. Not only is it strong, but it looks sick. I used to complain whenever dragons got stuck in random areas while you're fighting them, but now I understand why. They are so hard to control. Call me a dragon apologist, that's fine. It is what it is. Almost through the ravine, gonna land here and clear out some of the smaller guys first and then take care of the boss. Versus Makar, we both lead with our respective breath attacks, only mine smells a lot worse. Jumping into the air lets me avoid his fire breath altogether, and from there, a quick tail swipe shows him who the real dragon is. Alright, welcome to Mount Gelmir. Oh, there's Lansseax. Yep, there's Lansseax. We do not want to take this fight. Nope, 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 I'm good. And she's gone. Beautiful, we are finally in Altus Plateau. Good progress so far, just gonna hit one of these graces so we can activate the festival and finally get dirty for this 10-piece. Welcome, welcome, we're in Caelid now. I had to stop and say what's up to one of my brothers. Everybody say hello. Alright, Radahn, let's get it. Yeah. Where's your gravity magic now? In arenas like this, dragons are overpowered. As long as I'm able to keep my distance, Radahn is gonna have a hard time. All of his ranged attacks are magic based too, which is great for us. There is one attack though that could end Smarag's run, so we need to make sure we don't get hit by it. So far so good, just gotta kill him before he does the meteor. If he does that, we're cooked. Oh god. Bro, this happens in like 50% of my runs. He just gets stuck in the sand. Let's go ahead and put him out of his misery. Smarag is killing it right now. I'm so impressed with this guy. He might even have what it takes to make it through the capital. Okay, little bit of a situation here. Classic dragon behavior, am I right? Let's do this. Once I beat this guy, we'll fly into the capital. I say that as if we're gonna survive this. I really love Smarag, but at the same time, this Sentinel hits hard, man. I haven't mentioned this yet, but we definitely don't want to trade with the Sentinel because headshots hurt. All flying dragons take 50% more damage to the head, and they stagger a lot easier too, so we need to be careful. In phase 2, the Draconic Tree Sentinel finds his way under me, and that is not good. I can't really hit him here. This is bad. This is bad. What would Gino do? Once I jump away, he hits me with a fireball and my magic breath interrupts his lightning bolt. While we did score a poise break, it just wasn't enough, and in the end, the Sentinel came out on top. Smarag was gone forever. Enter Adula, Ranni's pet dragon. With a similar appetite for glintstones, she is as magical as she is strong, and her damage speaks for itself. Thanks to her higher HP, I'm able to tank most of the Sentinel's attacks. Adula even has her own signature move where she wields a moonblade in her mouth, inflicting a ton of damage, including frostbite. Oh, let's go, let's go. I'm getting hyped over a tree Sentinel. We're finally in the capital. I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna do my best to try and fly over to Goldfree. I feel like Batman watching over my city. Okay, it's been like 10 minutes. Not gonna lie, this might be one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. No, he was so young. He was so young. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how old this damn dragon is. All right, let's say hi to Goldfree. As it turns out, this place is not dragon friendly. The constant clipping through the environment dropped my frame rate so much that I had to play this fight in slow motion. I'm gonna spare you the agony of watching this, but just know that I have a newfound hatred for Goldfree. I'm excited for this fight, but I'm also nervous. I really want to keep Adula for Riker because of her frostbite, but Morgott has an attack that could kill like 3 dragons. If we die here, then that could put the entire run at stake. When this fight starts, I lead with a magic breath and Morgott retaliates with some daggers before getting his stance broken. Okay, let's move in. This was a terrible idea though, because we land right underneath the attack that I warned you about. Shit, this thing is melting me. The spear's hurt. Let's see if we can land this. Oh, and we got the frostbite. Morgott's dexterity is on another level though. I'm doing everything in my power to hit him, but we're just too slow. While I am able to bring him into phase 2, the damage is already done, and Morgott sends Adula packing right back to Ranni. Ah, dude. That actually sucks. Oh. Determined to prove that he's more than just an Agheel reskin, Greyll has much higher HP and an even higher damage output. Just like before, I opened with a Flame Breath, but Morgott decides he's just not gonna stagger. After eating a spear to the face, we take to the skies and Morgott? Oh, get that shit out of here. He tries to go for the Dragon Killer Sword Rain attack, but we are not having it. After carpet bombing the arena, we impale him with our horn and leave a body bag waiting for Godfrey. That was kind of brutal. Why did I write that? That wasn't very skibbity toilet. Getting ready to hit the next boss, we managed to get 3 of the required great runes, but we've also lost 3 dragons in the process. For now, the plan is to use our rolled medallion to reach the mountaintop of the giants. Funny story, dragons actually used to live there until the fire giants pulled up like, hey, we need that. I would fight Riker now, but there's just no way Agheel could do it. Oh, shit, I just called him Agheel. Greyll. Hopefully this guy can make a name for himself against the fire giant. We gotta get past this gargoyle first though. Should I even fight this thing? Should be okay if I just hit him with the flames. Yeah, I probably should not fight this thing. What? 4K? 4K? Man, this guy looks like something Cancer would catch. Did you know that Ekzykes is Latin for Scarlet Rot? Look it up, I swear. Ekzykes is my favorite dragon. I love a good revenge story, and this guy is all about that life. After testing out my abilities on some of the weaker mobs in the area, I finally worked up the courage to challenge the fire giant. This is one of the craziest fights I've probably ever recorded. Let me set the stage. Ekzykes has the worst defenses of any dragon on our team. This makes sense because the rot is causing him to fall apart. On top of that, he takes twice as much damage from fire. So why am I using him here? Well, we also have the most HP out of any playable dragon. Twice as much HP as Fortissax. The name of the game is patience here. Using Scarlet Rot, we can whittle him down and use the massive arena to our advantage. After about 2.5 minutes of fighting, the fire giant goes for Giant Flame and we avoid one of them by taking flight. The other hits us in the left wing and does 3,000 damage. How did that hit me? Since I landed right in front of him, I get greedy here and try to end things quickly, but my attack misses and the fire giant gets off a flame pillar. Oh, double KO! Double KO! He got me while I was trying to fly away. This is Borealis, my favorite dragon. All right, losing Ekzykes sucks, but platforming through Farum Azula sucks more. Yeah, this is definitely an activity. You know what? I think I'm gonna come back to this one. Change of plans, I'm deathly afraid of Malekith. Even though we have 16,000 HP, it could all be gone in an instant thanks to Destined Death. For that reason, I wanna go through Volcano Manor first, which is why we're back in Mount Gelmir. I have a really cool strategy for Riker that I can't wait to show you guys. These pumpkin enemies seem like they'd be really fun to play as. Maybe in the next video, I'll play and rank all the Limgrave bosses. Is that something you guys will watch? Grafty, get down from there. You're gonna hurt yourself. Okay, we finally made it to the manor. Gonna go ahead and take this guy out because he reminds me of that one dude from Pirates of the Caribbean. Nah, bro, you gotta go. Riker is very dangerous. Just like Morgott, he also has a Dragon Killer move, and we must avoid it at all costs. With that said, this fight started off really well. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at how much that did. In a blink of an eye, he's already at half HP, and one more Ice Breath breaks his stance. I gotta be careful here. If we lose Borealis, it's gonna be because we got lazy. Another Ice Breath keeps the giant snake at bay, and phase 2 is where things really start to heat up. In this phase, Riker gains this skull attack, and the tails on it have a constant hitbox. The bigger we are, the more hits we take from the tail, and what you're seeing right now is nothing, because it's about to get a lot worse. At half HP, Riker gets desperate and floods the arena with skulls. Staying on the ground is a death sentence, so I'm forced to take flight. I survived with only 10% of my HP remaining, and after getting another clutch stance break, Riker was finally defeated. Shoutouts to Borealis, man. This is my favorite dragon, this guy right here. Speaking of dragons, we are back in Farum Azula. 5 dragons left and only 2 more great runes. I'm using Borealis for Malekith. Let's see if he can slay me. After the fastest phase 1 I've ever had, I land right next to him and go for an Ice Breath, praying for a stance break. Oh, he doesn't care. He is so fast. I can't get him off me. Bro, 11K? 11K is ridiculous. All right, Lansseax, you gotta avenge Borealis. Bro, he can't keep getting away with this. Losing 2 dragons to Malekith was the last straw. It was time to bring out the mother of all dragons. Listen, this run will not end at Malekith. This run Fortissax is a beast. With the second most poise out of any dragon on our list, we could take any hit Malekith threw at us, and before long we were in phase 2. Malekith? Malekith, what are you doing? Oh, bro, this is orange cat behavior. This is out of pocket. Ancient dragons feel a lot better than flying dragons. Their moveset's a lot different too. Right now, we're on the way to Godfrey. There's no way we're fighting Gideon because the arena is just too small, so I'm just gonna fly around or something. There's like a 60% chance we lose to Godfrey, but I think Fortissax is the perfect dragon for the job. His poise is just incredible. Most dragons have a hard time hitting targets in front of them, but ancient dragons don't have this problem. Their fire breath hits at a much better angle too, keeping their head elevated out of danger. This is super important because ancient dragons take twice as much damage to the head, which is roughly 50% more than their modern counterparts. Okay, let's go phase 2. Although we couldn't get grabbed by Hoarlu, he still hits really hard, so most of this fight is a game of cat and mouse. At this point, our HP is extremely low, so I jump to the other side of the arena and throw a massive lightning bolt at him. This prompts him to go for an earthquake, and I make a huge mistake by jumping way too early. Oh, we have like 1 HP. If this misses... Oh, we landed on him. Pancake for the win. We landed on him. This fight should be pretty easy. We're like 80% resistant to Holy and the arena's huge. This fight was not easy. Yes, this is a terrible matchup for Rodigan, but this man played out of his mind. The whole fight, he was just trolling me with teleports and spamming his magic attacks the entire time. Anytime I went for a lightning bolt, he was already behind me, reminding me that it was nothing personal, kid. Just like that, Fortissax was gone. 80% Holy resist. 80%, and we still lost that fight. Placidusax. Wait, am I saying that correctly?
Placidusax. Placidusax.
Wait, I'm not subscribed to my boy? Placi is our only hope. If he can do this, then I can definitely see us putting him in S tier. His fight versus Rodigan was like night and day compared to Fortissax. After breaking his stance with a huge lightning claw, I'm able to catch Rodigan's teleports with his unique two-headed fire breath because it hits all around him. This fight with the Elden beast was like two kaijus throwing entire mountains at each other. While he did put up a good fight, the god was just no match for our signature move. What a gorgeous fight, that was insane. We might actually be able to do this. We're in the final stretch here. I'm gonna pick up the secret medallions first, challenge Mohg, and then we'll see if we can beat Malenia. Naya. That was anticlimactic. After picking up the medallion here and from the village, I celebrated by slaughtering a bunch of Albinaurics in Mohgwyn's palace. Mohg, it's time. We're extremely resistant to bleed, so yeah, he's got no power here. Wait, this isn't doing as much as I thought it would. Oh, okay, stance break. That phase 2 heal is so annoying. All right, one more hit should do it. Sick. Bro, this boss is so cinematic. I thought Farum Azula was bad. This is terrible. 1 dragon left and 1 great rune remaining. Let's slide into Loretta's DMs real quick and then say hi to Malenia. Easy peasy. Welcome to the final stop of this chaotic run. This one was full of unexpected twists, but it is not over yet. Let's see how this one ends so we can properly rank the Elden Lord. For starters, Placi's resistances are unparalleled, at least when compared to all the other dragons. This means that Malenia's Scarlet Rot was an afterthought in this fight. Because she's knocked down so easily, she really struggled with the flames. But eventually Malenia started jumping around them all together, and this was bad. On max new game difficulty, she has 26,000 HP, and it's really a lot more considering her health regen. With only an eighth of our HP remaining, we send Malenia into phase 2, and after dodging her Scarlet Ionia, Placidusax earns his spot as the number 2 dragon in all of Elden Ring. This challenge was insane, but you should really watch this video because I somehow managed to beat Rykard playing as a giant lobster.